How Act 3 went one of the hardest events to one of the easiest. I'll be going over this in 5 parts: the lead up, the release, the difficulty, how it became easier, and the current state. Thank you for WikiCods for providing background footage, as I was also in this game and this is the furthest we've gotten. Part 1, the lead up. The Lunar Overtorture event was one of the most exciting events, with the promise of a new game mode, a new tower, a new boss, new skins, new enemies, and a new map. But before the third act, we saw no new towers apart from the ones promised before it, the Necromancer. But most people were too busy with Act 2 or grinding out the UGC. Now, in every act so far, there have been 3 UGC, but this act promised 4 of them, which most TDS grinders and experts were very excited about. That is where we were left before the release. Part 2, the release. Everyone was super excited about Act 3. After the lead-ups of Act 1 and Act 2, which increasingly became more and more difficult and a higher skill cap to complete, but still solo manageable most of them, people knew this was going to be much harder. As everyone was waiting, a message appeared showing Act 3 has been pushed back 24 hours. That's okay, most people said, it would be worth it, and it got delayed again, and again, and then finally got released, and people were swarming to get the new free UGC from being the Yobby, and once they made it, they realised they could not claim it after all that. But it was fine, the event was the main reason why everyone was here, and it'll be released in 20 minutes. As people waited that time, and finally entered, matchmaking broke, and then got fixed, and people started piling in. Part 3, the difficulty. As people loaded into the game, it was a mess of all paths, leading all towards the centre cube. Like the Duck Hunt event before it, it was a defense the objective map, but as people spawned in, they noticed the frequency and the HP the enemies were spawning with. This required golden towers, special towers, even event towers to peak. It was nearly impossible, but then the most unexpected tower glitch. It was the freezer that permanently froze whatever it would hit. But even with this glitch, the amount of enemies spawning was too much, and only 50 people beat it, with only 6 beating it without the glitch. The TDS devs soon realised this and gave it an emergency nerf, which most people thought was a buff. Part 4, how it became easier. After people got into the event, all was the same until the final wave, where people were panicking because of less damage due to the spotlights. The enemy spawn has greatly been reduced, so people beat it, and they realised they could solo it. So video after video came out of people soloing this event. It was so easy now after the nerfs. Even I managed to beat using trio strat and then eventually solo strat. So this event got beaten by most people. Part 5, where it is today. Now the event has become a bit of a pumpkin grinding game mode for me, so I have not done the past and very far behind. The event has been turned into a grind fest for people grinding to get UGCs and no longer retains any difficulty, as it is very easy and you can solo it with 1 tower, which is Golden Soldier. Summary: this event has started with one of the hardest, became very easy very quickly, now is left as a grinding mode. Thanks for watching and goodbye.